Chi-squared test between network and industries. Okay, first question. How many levels are in network? Second question. How many levels in industry? That should be fairly easy. So network has 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Subgroups. And industry has... Ooh, it has 6 levels. Okay, that's the first 2 answers. Is this a goodness of fit or a test of independence? So if it's a 4 by 6, it's obviously a test of independence. A goodness of fit test normally only has 1 row of data, normally like this, right? And you can compare it to either a given row of data, which is, like supposed to be treated like a population, or it could be calculated like the null hypothesis would state that the average number of births for each of these months here is exactly the same. So what you would do is you would find the average on your own and make that every month. January would be the same as February, be the same as March, etc., etc. And you would compare these numbers to that list of the same mean. So that is a goodness of fit thing. So again, this test we're running is a test of independence. How many cells are in a test? So it's 4 by 6. That means there's going to be 24 cells. And a minimum sample size is if there's 5 per cell. 5 times 24 is 120. Number of degrees of freedom is the number of rows minus 1 times the number of columns minus 1. So it's 4 minus 1, which is 3, times 6 minus 1 is 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. Now, is there a significant association? So let's run that test real quick. Go to Analyze, Descriptivos, crosstabs, and let's get our everything in this box here. And move my zoom thing. So we do the networks in the rows and type of industry in the columns. Doesn't matter, we can do it backwards and forwards. So we're going to start picking some stuff we want. We want the chi-squared. We want the phi and the Kramer's V. That is your effect size. Cells. The default, they pick the observed, that's real data. Expected if the null were true. And standardized. That'll tell us if there is an association. It'll tell us where. And that's about it. Let's click OK. Boom. So here is our results. And let's scroll down here to this box. And this is less than 0.05. So yes, there is a significant association somewhere between the types of industries and the different companies here. So what's the next question? Okay, so there is a significant association. The effect size, and then name 3 strong associations. Okay, so number 1, it was significant. Effect size is going to be, that's your Kramer's V in this one. So the difference between a Kramer's V and a phi is used by a 2 by 2. If you're running a 2 by 2 goodness of fit, you would use the phi, but this is a 4 by 6, so we would use Kramer's V. So that's 0.303, which I believe is an average effect size. Let me double check on that, please hold. Yeah, a Kramer's V of 0.3 is considered a medium effect size, which is, it's good. It's in the middle. And what are 3 strong associations? And we would go to the expected versus observed box. That's this guy. And let me see if I can't get it all on the thing for you here. So again, to look for giant changes, we look at the standardized residuals. There's one right off the bat, right? Standardized residual is 2.4. Anything over 1.5-ish or negative 1.5. Remember, the standard deviations doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. So here's one right here. We got Cisco and education. So here's an association. If the null were true, we should get about 12.6 people from Cisco that are in education. But in reality, we got 21. So there's one right there. There's an association, is that people that work at Cisco tend to go into education more than expected. So let's keep looking at the standard residuated. There's nothing there. Here's another big one, 2.9. So this says people that work at Juniper, they expected about 2 and they got 6. So again, this would be a significant association. It would go like this. The people that work at Juniper are likely to work in the health field, right? Because the expected is 2 and the reality is 6. So there's a second one, and let's find a third one. Here's one. Is there one bigger than that anywhere? Yeah, here's one right here. Oh, there's another one. There's a couple of them. So, but let's just pick this one. You only need 3. So the people that work at Dell, they expected about 4.7 to be working finance, but they had twice that many, about 9. So there's a third association. Here's a fourth association. They expected about 2.5 people that worked at Dell, if the null were true, which states that there is no relationship or association anywhere. They expected 2, and they got more than twice as many people working in other. So those are 4 significant associations. And I think that's it. So that's it. All right. I hope that helps. MGZ out.